Naked Shamanism. Welcome to With Insights Radio. I'm your host, Iggy Garcia. I will take you on a journey across the universe through shamanism, metaphysical, and holistic. So sit back and relax and enjoy the show. Well, hello, my friends. Hello, my friends. How are you doing, my friends? I hope you're well. I hope everything is okay. I hope you guys are doing all right. Welcome to Iggy Garcia Live, my friends. Welcome. Sammy, how you doing, buddy? See you there. Just want to get a shout out. Thanks for tuning in. I appreciate you guys. Just, I don't even know what day it is. What day of the lockdown is it? I don't know. Does it really matter right now? But anyhow, just wanted to say hi. I'm tuning in here. I'm doing a show here this Wednesday. And then I'll do one on Friday as well. Or maybe one on Thursday. Who knows? I don't know. We're going to do something. Virtual drumming tomorrow. Don't forget. That's at 8 p.m. So we'll do that. Then on Saturday at 8 p.m. too. Our little virtual drumming. So, we are here. We are grounded. We are in our homes. There's a lot going on. There's a lot happening. There's a lot of interesting energies right now. I touched my face. Oh no, I'm going to die. No, I'm just joking. I'm just being funny. Anyhow, we are here and we're ready to get started. So, like we start all our shows, we're going to light a candle for our ancestors, giving them thanks, recognizing them, honoring them. There's 1,000 people to get us to where we're at, right? More than that, probably. But just think of all that line that had to come before you to make you, the version of you that is Iggy or who is Stella or Scott, whoever's popping in. There's a lot of work that had to be done to get us to this place, this moment in time. And to be in this life and this experience and this place where we could handle this, where we could actually experience this, and this is funny because that energy and that recorded message in our body and in our genes and our DNA will pass on to our children and then pass on into the universe as well. And so there's some really cool stuff that's gonna come from all this. So I'm pretty excited about that. So I give thanks to my mom and my dad and my grandmas and grandpas and great grandmas and grandpas, and I also want to honor my great uncle Romulo Garcia, who passed away a few days ago. He passed away, had a heart attack, and we remember you and honor you. I feel really bad for my second cousin, who wasn't able to travel to see his father because of the travel ban. So, Renzo, we're thinking about you, and know that we love you and care about you, and we hold this candle for Tio Romulo, and we acknowledge him, and we give thanks for his contribution on this planet. Whatever those contributions were, they did change people's lives in one way or another. As we all change lives, in one way or another, we affect people, and we leave an imprint on people. Light a little sage for the cleansing and purification. That'll burn throughout our show. Hi, Claudia. How are you? Good to see you. Tina, how are you? I know I missed some of you coming in, but I'm trying to get everything ready for the show, get prepared for our journey that we're going to take together here. A little agua florida. Cleansing, clearing. My mom used to put this on me when I was a kid, just to calm me down and just let me feel what I need to feel, and it's really relaxing. It's called Florida water. It's cologne, so you should try that sometime. It's really nice. And I have with me my little medicine pouches, our little gifts that were given to me by my friend Kate and my friend Hayden and a few others who have given me things. They're here with me today. I'm gonna hold that in good space there. All right, so what I wanted to do was a few things today, if you guys are up for it. Yes, agua florida, Tino, agua florida. Es muy bueno. Me gusta mucho. So what I wanted to do today was play my flute for you guys a little bit, and then I wanted to maybe go into meditation, so relaxation. Our topic today is the awakening, and so we'll talk more about that, and you guys can give me your inputs and your versions of what that means to you, because it obviously means a lot of different things to a lot of different people, and what used to be may not be. You know what I'm saying? So it's not about symptoms anymore. It's about actually going through it now. So the symptoms and all that stuff. Adriana, how are you? So all these symptoms that we used to call awakening symptoms, they're not symptoms anymore. We're actually going through this awakening, and everybody's going through it in different ways. So I'm going to play my flute before we get into deep topic and deep thought and revelation and stuff like that. But when I play my flute, I'm asking Spirit to guide us. I'm asking Spirit to help us find our way. Asking Spirit to help Iggy, help whoever needs help, whoever really needs to forgive and let go, because there's been a lot of unforgiving and hate and all kinds of crazy stuff. You name it, it's been there. So how do we move on as a society? How do we move on as humanity? So I proposed a lot of good questions today online if you read my posts. So I'm going to play this for you guys real quick and turn the music down a little bit. Okay, thank you very much for tuning in, guys. I'm glad you enjoyed. No, I'm just joking. No, here we go. That was fun. I enjoy that. So that was my flute, one of many. And, you know, it's been kind of interesting. This whole situation, I don't know what you want to, I mean, you know, for some people it's a blessing, and for others I don't want to use the word curse, because I think it's just really frustrating. You know, for some people it's a really rude awakening about life. It's really a place, you know, about what comes next, you know. I personally can say that, you know, I also wondering what's next too. Because things are shifting very quickly, very fast. And so there's different ways to look at it, being an awakened person, to be awakened. Because we can have awakened moments too. We can be in a place where we have these aha moments. But right now, we're finding ourselves in isolation with people we know, people we care about, people we don't care about, whatever, you name it, whatever. You're in a situation where you're placed in observation mode. You're placed in flight, flee mode. You're placed in joy, glee. You're going to run the whole gamut of emotions in this particular scenario, what's playing out right now. So even people who are light workers and healers are going to be going through this suffering and this cleansing and this changing too. We're not excluded from this, especially, you know, those people who proclaim that they are, you know, servants of God, servants of the universe, servants of, you know, whatever. You're going to be really challenged. You're going to be the most challenged, probably. You're going to probably be put in positions and asked a lot of questions that you may not even have answers for. And you know what? That's okay. That's fine. Why do you always have to have an answer for something? As humans, we should self-explore. We should be able to navigate through this energy and try to figure out things on our own too. It's okay to have people give us, you know, clues and lead us on a path. You know, it's like when you lead a horse to water, you know, either the horse will drink or not drink, right? That's that old saying, right? You can't make him drink or make her drink. But, you know, it's same way with this awakening and this spirituality. You know, you're going through a lot of stuff. Some people call it upgrades. Some people call it downgrade. Some people call it, you know, a total wipe, a clean slate. You know, you name it. It's where you reside. I'm not here to tell you what you need to know. I'm here to just give you insight from what I'm getting and I'm gathering, versus me saying, no, you must do it this way. No, absolutely not. You're not going to get that from me today. I'm not here to tell you what to do. I'm here to tell you that you're going to be okay, that you're going to make it through this. You're going to be all right. And you know what? A lot of it has to do with what's inside of you, what's inside your heart, your spirit, your soul. Okay? This is what's changing. This is what's creating. This is what's being tested right now. Okay? Our faith is being tested in the things that we have put our energy into. You know, the higher source. We put energy into higher source. We put energy into God. We put energy into creation. We put energy into the universe. We put creation into Elohim, Yahweh, you know, Allah. We put our energy into all these things. And now we're going to be tested how we respond to that. Is God mad at you? God ain't mad at you. The universe is not mad at you. The universe is just doing its thing. So this illusion that we're being punished, we're not being punished. We're being cleansed. We're taking in new information, downloads, whatever you want to call it. We're taking it in. We're now reformatting our belief systems. Part of them, not all of them, part of them. We're reformatting the things that are inside of our head, inside of our heart, inside of our spirit, inside of our soul. You know, right now is a time for humanity to come together, to work together, and to find solutions to this situation that we're in, versus throwing around a bunch of mud and a bunch of crap on the wall and blaming this guy or blaming that guy, or, you know, it's not conducive to what we're doing. But you know what's cool about that? That's part of the awakening. That's part of you waking up. Are you still angry and bitter about stuff? Are you still pissed off about things? Are our leaders mad and pissed off? We're going to see people, you know, react and respond to things. And that's part of the awakening. That's part of being awake. That's part of spewing out what's inside of us. You know, before we can put anything inside here, we have to let go of what's been holding us back. This is my belief. You don't have to own my belief, but this is my true belief. If you want to make room for the new stuff coming in, then you got to get rid of some old stuff. You know, it's kind of like your computer. You got to pull some things out when your computer is bogged down, right? You have to reformat it, defrag it. You got to hit the virus scan. You got to hit the malware scan. You got to do all that stuff, right? Because that way it works properly. It works, but doesn't work. It's messed up. We're the same exact way. There's no difference. We're no different. We're a very evolved creation. Okay, whatever your creation mind is, wherever you believe creation comes from, that's you. That's your personal thing. That's your personal, you know, awaken. Awaken is your personal thing. It's what moves you. Okay, that's what moves you. Now, some of the things that you used to believe, you're starting to question those things. Some of the things that you used to connect with, friends, people, situations, places, you know, jobs, everything has been taken away. For some of us, we have no job. Our job has been cleansed from us. So we can take a time and look and see. For some of us, our distractions have been taken away from us. The gym, the trampoline bar, the gym, the playground. You know, everything. And it's forcing us to awaken in ways for us to become creative. And I said this last week in my show, that we are in a new renaissance of sorts. You know, we are in a new renaissance of creation. The humanity is now in the epics of creating new amazing things. Some cool things are going to happen. This is also a time to understand that we are small, but we are also very big at the same time. That we're like this, you know, kind of like this oxymoron of what we think we are. We're big, we're small. We're big, we're small. That we're really not as powerful as we think we are. That we're not as really, you know, without being disrespectful, you know, we're not there, because right now a lot of us are suffering, and that suffering is good. A lot of us are really frustrated, and that suffering is good. A lot of us are pissed off, and that suffering is good. You know, because, you know, you're going to come out of this with a whole different look and a whole different attitude about things that you probably didn't even think about. Think about it. You don't have the gym. You don't have restaurants. You don't have bars. You don't have the essentials. You can go to the store when it's kind of okay to go to the store versus when they tell you to go to the store. So we've been put on this road, on this map. We've been put there, okay? Because of this virus, because of this systematic energy, this creation that we helped build. Okay, pandemics are nothing new. They are just mutated, upgraded versions of themselves, right? Kind of like what some of you said, there are new downloads. Well, these things have downloads too. These things are part of creation. They're part of the Earth Mother. They're part of this evolving scenario that happens on this planet. These things that we call viruses are not our enemy. They're not against us. They're just trying to survive, just like we're trying to survive. The problem is, we die if they get inside of us, right? That's what happens, okay? That's what happens, you know? This is what happens when humanity meets another sentient being on this planet. That's all we are. That's been our biggest rival. It's been these pandemics. If you go through history, you will see that. Do your research. You will find that pandemics are nothing new. Because every time there's a pandemic, there's also an awakening. There's also a revival. There's also a place where humans go, wow, we have to really change the way we see things. We really have to look at things in a much different light. We have to raise our hands to the sky and praise God. Whatever you reside with, you will be forced to do that. But have faith that we will come out of this. We will come out of this. You will come out different if you're not already different. I'm physically already different because I haven't had, I've been working out a lot, just for an example. I've been running, walking, exercising, and doing whatever I need to do, And, most of it's in my basement, back and forth. But yes, I've walked a mile in my basement. And I've run a mile in my basement. You know, 2-3 miles in my basement. But that's where we're at. That's exactly where we're going. The awakening also will be very confusing for a lot of people. You will see people get very upset and very angry and very showing a lot of emotion. You're going to see this because they have to make room for what's coming for them. Okay, because the illusion is that you can't force something into a container if it's already full of a whole bunch of crap. Okay, you just can't. All right, it's like, best example. Okay, and this is a really nasty example, but you know, when you go to the bathroom and someone used the bathroom before you, and there's a poop sitting inside the toilet. Okay, most people will flush the toilet, right? But what if you can't flush the toilet? Will you poop on the toilet? Make room? But no, but we have to flush some things out, right? We have to flush some of that poop out of us. We have to flush some of that stuff out of our belief systems and our minds, so we can make room for the beautiful things that whatever you feel is beautiful for you. Because I know I'm not going to sit on someone's toilet, on the same toilet, but even though the toilet's dirty, but you're going to sit on the toilet, but it's still the toilet. It's still the mind, right? It's still in here. It's still in here. It's still in my heart, still in my core. And that, I can't put good things in when there's poopy stuff inside of me. And I'm using the same old dialogue, the same old anger, the same old stuff to get my way and to navigate through life. We can't do it. It won't happen. It won't. If you want a great awakening, if you want to be awakened, then you got to make room. Okay? If you hate this politician, that politician, you hate your neighbor, you hate that, you're going to have to find a way to figure out, why do you hate them? What's making you hate them? What part of you is that hateful coming from? You know, what is it? Why is it that person triggers you? Why is it that when that mirror is placed before you, in front of you, of that version of that human being, okay, which is all your relations, which is part of you, why does it trigger you? Why does it bother you? Why does their behavior make you feel a certain way? Probably a lot of reasons. Probably because you don't act like that. But sometimes we're here to be the observer too. And sometimes there's a part of us that's kind of like that. You know, some of us, and most of us, can be real assholes sometimes. Yeah, and that's including me. And some of us can be very gently and super nice. But yeah, then that one person walks by, that one person who just doesn't do it for you. And you're just like, totally, everything that you worked on just went down the toilet. And then you hate yourself. And then you're upset. And then you're frustrated. Why did I do that? You know, we can't have it both ways. And if you want it both ways, you can have it. I don't care. But you're on display. You are an example to the family and the people you are around. So how you behave is going to be seen. What you say is going to be repeated to you. You know, it is true. I know I've said things in the past and people call me on it. Today somebody called me on it. And you know what? That was a different time, a different version, in a different situation. And to base and judge me from that situation, see, that was the thing. They based and judged me from that context in that moment. Who says that I have not evolved or changed or had a different opinion or a different heart from that moment to this moment? Because I can. And I hope I have. And the same with you. This is what the awakening is about. What you were yesterday doesn't mean you have to be today. You don't buy into what people perceive you to be. Some people like to project, some people like to judge, and they sure like to tell everybody how they feel about everybody. But yet when somebody opens their mouth and says something about them, they get all bent out of shape. Okay, so the thing is, when you want to be treated right, then you have to treat others right. Because if you don't, you're going to get back what you put out. That's just freaking law of the universe. All right? If you put out crap, you're going to get more crap. If you put out love, you're going to get more love. If you put out 50-50, you're going to get 50-50. You put 100%, you're going to get 100%. It's just how it is. So the awakening is also about manifestation and creation as well. What you create. You know, right now we're creating all kinds of amazing things. Some of us are resting. Some of us are relaxing. Some of us are painting. Some of us are drawing. Some of us are writing. Some of us are making music. You know, some of us are making babies. Some of us are, you know, ending relationships. Some of us are creating new relationships. There's all kinds of things that are happening right now. You know, some of us are questioning relationships. Some of us are saying, hey, you know what? What's going on in my life? I want to change something different. And some of it's going to be painful. And you know what? You'll be surprised. Some of it's going to be really easy in this transformation. Because when you don't have anything, for a lot of people, they don't have jobs. They don't have any social engagement in the way they used to. You know what that means? That you can do it. You can move on. You can go forward. So you haven't been to a restaurant in 3 weeks. Okay. You haven't, been to the gym for 3 weeks. You haven't done the things you usually do for 3 weeks or more. And now you're presented now opportunities to create those things in different ways. I've seen people who work out regularly at the gym, that they're finding ways to work out at home, putting their weights inside of luggages and lifting it. And like I said, I was running in the basement today, and I got my little platform that vibrates and, just kind of shakes my muscles and stuff. So we're going to come out as different. Some of us are going to come out of this very spiritually different. Some of us are going to come out very physically different, or both. But right now, it's an opportunity to, if you want to sleep, sleep. If you want to rest, rest. I'm not here to tell you what your awakening looks like, because that's judgment. Your awakening is your personal thing. How you wake up and what you think is awakening is up to you. You're going to have to wade through the poop. You're going to have to go through the poop. You're going to have to go through that. You're going to have to muddle through that stuff, because that's how we make room. Okay. And some of us have a lot of work to do. Some of us have less work to do. It really depends who you are and where you're at. It's just what it is. And you know what? It's just what happens. And, we can't get really hung up, about what was, because it's over. Okay. So China, Obama, Trump, whatever they did or whatever they didn't do is over. We're in the midst of survival right now. So how do we survive? How do we move, and how do we get into a place of survival? How do we evolve? How do we become better human beings now versus, playing the finger blame game? That's old energy. Yeah, we're going to blame. We're going to want to punish somebody because that's the way it should be. Somebody should be responsible for this. Somebody should go down. Somebody should just pay the price. Come on, man. Half these people probably end up dying just because of the fact, who knows? And some of us are going to come out and do better. But, whatever your belief is, whatever you reside with, really fall into that. Fall in love with it. Fall in love with it. I can't tell you to love this or that, because it's your belief. You own that. You believe that. As much as you shouldn't tell me what I should believe in or how I should feel. If you believe in a higher source, then engulf yourself in that. Believe in that and train your belief and your heart and soul into that. Ask for prayers, ask for forgiveness. If that's what you need, then do it. I can't tell anybody what to feel and how to act or how to be, because then that's me dictating belief systems. And believe it or not, nobody knows anything. As much as you think you know things, we really don't know anything. We go with faith. We trust in our hearts and our spirits and our souls and our minds that the path that we are on is the right one for us. And hopefully other people join us along the way. And sometimes people don't join you because who knows why. Regardless, don't wait for other people to join you. Just keep walking your path. Keep walking your enlightenment. Keep walking your change. You have to move forward and keep going into the direction. Because the universe is a magical place. We're part of it. We're part of the creation. We're part of that that spark that came billions of years ago. We're part of that. We're part of every star, every planet, every moon, everything that you could possibly think of. We're part of that. You are. You, me, everyone. Nobody's excluded. Except the only thing that's different between you, me, and everybody is that we all believe things in ways that are beneficial to our intrinsic mind, how we want to navigate through the world, how we want to navigate through life. Okay? Some people indulge themselves in Christianity, some people in Hinduism, some people, pray to nobody. All right? And some people believe that the universe created everything. And when I use the word universe, it means creator, God, So if you guys want to know what that means for me, okay? And yes, everything is energy, Sammy. That is correct. Energy can't be destroyed or transmuted. I mean, sorry, can't be destroyed. It transmutes and changes, okay? All energy is energy. We are solid energy. This is energy. These two opposing forces meeting, okay? These two opposing forces meeting is energy. So your awakening is going to be a personal journey. It's going to be your own. It's going to be what you think it should be. You'll know, because higher source, higher self, creator, God, doesn't play the game of, when you ask, hey, how's this shirt look? Higher source doesn't say, oh, well, it looks great. No, you'll know the difference. You'll know the difference when creator and creation talks to you. How does creation talk to me? Through earth, through the earth energies, through the elements, earth, water, air, dirt, wood, fire, all the elements, That's how Mother Earth communicates its message from spirit to me. That's why I sing a lot of songs about Mother Earth, because Mother Earth is my connection to spirit, connection to God, connection to the creator, to the universe. Because for me, in my personal belief system, I believe that they work together. They're not separate. They work together. Okay? So everything that you want to heal on the planet can be found in the earth. Every solution is in the earth. Every solution to ailments or what ails us is found in the dirt. It grows in the ground. It grows. Everything. We just haven't found the solution right now, the right combination, but it's there. If we can create toxic chemicals from Mother Earth, then we can create some very beautiful bounty from her as well. Because all this stuff that comes and all this chemicals that we create and all this petroleum we pump out, it's her. It's her blood. It's her living, essence. So is she mad? Some people would say she is mad. She's angry with us. Some people would say, oh yeah, she's very loving. She's very caring. But she's not going to sit around and just let you do whatever you want to do. She's not going to just sit there and go, well, you know what, you're not going to just take. Because she also has to protect herself. She also has to feel, and be. So many people think it's just a planet, it's just a rock that we float on. No. Not really. This is the only place in the whole conversation and this whole thing that I'm going to tell you is Mother Earth is just as alive as you. She's a sentient being, and she's alive. And she's living. She's a living thing. Just like you, inside your blood lives a whole bunch of crazy stuff. Inside your body lives a whole bunch of crazy stuff. And it depends on your survival. It depends for you to stay alive. Believe it or not. Just like this virus, right? It depends on your body to stay alive. It needs your body. So if you make your body and raise the vibration of your body, raise, your thinking about how you feel, it makes it a little harder for things to invade you in here and in here. It's funny. It takes a while, but they'll find it. They'll find a cure for it. It's funny how science, as powerful as they say they are, and I laugh because they still can't figure it out. Because they're trying to do things from the old system. And, I hope that they find a solution and figure it out. But science isn't always the answer. Science can't understand why the universe is still expanding. It's not supposed to be expanding. It's still expanding. They can't give you an answer. Because science is just a religion, a belief. And it's real. It has its practicalities. And it's helpful. But science without spirituality, when the two don't have, when the two aren't together, when they don't, the two have to coexist. You can't be spiritual. They have to work together. You have to believe that there's something much bigger than you. and to believe that science is the answer to all. No, I'm not knocking science now. Don't get me wrong. Don't take me wrong, because I'm not knocking science. There's also a component of spirituality inside of us that is so powerful that even science can't understand how people heal miraculously. They'll give you some pseudo answer, to that. Some explanation. Placebo. Whatever. They'll give you some kind of something to just gnaw on. No. Because there are miracles. There are healings, spontaneous healings. There are things we can't explain. There will always be things we can't explain. If some things aren't meant to be explained, some things are just meant to happen. Some things are just meant to be experienced by certain people. I always find it funny because science sometimes goes, well, there's a reason for that. Well, I'm sure there is, but you don't have the answer, so I'm going to go with the reason was that my creation, and my belief in Mother Earth, and my belief in, whatever my herbs and stuff I'm taking is part of the reason that I am where I am today. Okay? Plus, science is beautiful too because it also goes hand in hand, and it helps us too. I break my leg, I want to cast. I don't want someone burning sage over my leg. I get that. But there is a component, there is this part that we can't explain. What happens? You may wake up tomorrow and completely go, who am I? Where'd I go? Everything that you believe might just go out the window tomorrow. Everything that you just bought into, was the sale that was sold to you. It's just might just go out the window. And this is a real thing because we're isolated from each other. We're in lockdown. We're in quarantine. We're in a pandemic. Whatever word you want to use, it's all the same. Okay? Don't get caught in the semantics of the words because you know what? They don't want you to go out. And I understand. I totally get why. It's better for us to cooperate, probably, versus not to. Because if we cooperate, then things get done quicker and faster. If they force us, then it's a whole different game. But if you notice, though, some people call people sheep because they're locking themselves in and whatever. I could see that point. I understand what they're saying. But I also see this point, too. If we're going to be awakened, and if we're going to move into the space that we call the awakening, the grand awakening, the grand download, it's not going to necessarily happen through the old system. Now, because we have a lot of time to reflect, a lot of time to think about things. When spirit hits you, and things just come out of your mouth. And sometimes you go back and you won't remember a damn thing you said or anything. That's how you know when spirit's moving through you. When everybody comes back to you and says, hey, you remember when you said this? And you go, I don't remember. That's how you know. That's one example. Yeah, you saved my life. And you go, how did I save your life? Because you said this one word. But it was you working with spirit. It's you working, okay, together in conjunction with spirit. You're powerful. We're all powerful. Every single one of us are powerful. Every single one of us is creating. Every single one of us is creating our own version of what it means to be in this moment. Right now. And I'm looking away from you guys in a sense because I'm channeling in this energy. And some of you know me, some of you don't. But that's how I do my work. I connect. And these voices come to my head and, and I hear them. And the voices that come to my head, they tell me that you're powerful, that you are part of creation, that you have what you have because what you helped create. Now it's a time to recreate the things that you truly want and the way you want it to look and the way it needs to look for you. Now the question is, how do we all combine all this creative energy together? How do we come together and manifest and create and move into the energies that we want to create? Okay. Now the system before us has served us for a moment, for a time. Now that system is being challenged. That system is being totally challenged. Totally rocked. It's rocked. It's rocked, man. You know, think about that. It's rocked. The financial system is completely rocked. And it's about to get rocked even more. You know, we're not even close to being done with this thing. You know? If it turned out to be a bad joke, if it turned out to be a biochemical or whatever, well, they screwed up. They just empowered the whole world. They just empowered the whole universe. They just empowered each person to become something that they didn't really want them to become. They think that we're sheep. They think that because we're in our houses, we're locked away, and because we're abiding orders, you know, that we're some kind of sheep. No, we're not sheep. They actually did us a freaking favor. They did us a huge favor. Okay? The favor is now we get to think for ourselves. We get to think about what's good for us. Not what the government or this guy or that guy or that gal or this gal tells us what we should think. No, they just empowered us. They just gave us a gift by locking us in our houses. But nobody's seeing that. Everybody's like, oh, stay at home. Yeah, I get that. Stay at home. But stay at home with purpose, you know. They've empowered us in a way that they don't even know how they've empowered us. The things that are coming are going to be much more powerful than the things that we're dealing with. The things that the evolution of humanity now is going to be way more powerful. You mark my words. You come back to this video and mark my words, my predictions and my visions of what I've seen. The humanity, they have just given humanity the keys to the universe. They've just given humanity the keys to change things that have not served us. So the people who are ultra rich and ultra powerful have just given us permission, okay, to do and become things that we wouldn't think about becoming, okay? Now the question is, here's the question. Will you do it? Will you all come together? Will we all come together? Will we put aside our differences so we can move into a better place, to become a better race, you know, to become something that was our gift from the beginning, okay? Our gift was that we have it inside of us to see the world and live the world in a way that is conducive to what humanity should do. To be in connection with spirit, to be in connection with the earth, be in connection with every single tree, to be in connection with every blade of grass that waves in the wind, you know? To be everything, to see everything. If you're not seeing everything, then you need to look harder. You need to look a little beyond the scope of what you're looking. Because right now, Mother Earth is crying out to you in a loving way to see her and look at her and appreciate her, because she appreciates you and creation appreciates you too. Okay, so they've given us a grand gift. They've given us this amazing gift. They've given us this renaissance, this moment of creation. There are going to be some cool things that will come out of this. There are going to be some inventions. There are going to be some amazing pieces of work that are just going to blow your mind away. And we're going to be at peace. And we're going to be in a lot of turmoil and peace, a lot of turmoil, and a lot of peace and turmoil, because the old system is going to try to grab us back. The old system is going to try to harness us back in, reel us back in. How do you reel somebody back in after they lost everything or they don't have anything? And the only thing they have is their body, their mind, their spirit, their soul, something that they can't take unless you give it to them. Unless you give it to them, then you're done. But if you don't give it to them, they can't do nothing. They can't own you. So if you want to move into this place of your creation and you help create with other people, because it's going to be synergy. We have to work together because it just becomes more beautiful that way. But every piece, every human being, every 8 billions of us have a part in this. But they've just given us the keys to creation. They've given us the keys to manifestation. They've given us the keys to unlock doors. Now, if they want the virus to end right away, I'm sure they'd do that. But you know what? Keep us locked up. Keep us in our homes. Because when we come out, we ain't coming out the same. Whatever you think is what you want to happen, it ain't happening. You have this models and projections of what humans probably look like, you know, and you know that's not how it works. That's not how it works. Because right now, humanity is at the cusp of something very magical, something very intrinsic, something very powerful. And the cool thing is you get to experience it. You're alive in this moment. You're alive right now in this moment to experience this thing. All right? You're alive. You're alive. And when I say that, hear what I'm saying. You're alive. If you want to live and you want to create something, let's recreate this cool stuff. Because right now is the moment. The awakening is happening as we speak, and as we share, and as we listen, and as we collect information, and as we open our hearts, and as we release the things that are inside of us that don't serve us anymore. Because the things that don't serve us have to move out of the way. All right? Now, I'm really excited for the things to come. I see some amazing things happening. I see some amazing changes and shifts in power, in energy, in beliefs, in ideologies, what humanity could be versus what humanity is. Humanity right now is stuck in an old paradigm, an old system, you know. If you do your research from every pandemic, society has come out a little different. The amazing thing about society right now, it's connected with artificial intelligence, it's connected with technology. And, you know, aside from that, we use it, but we haven't really used it at the same time. Okay? You got to follow me on this. You know, we're connected through our phones and through our computers and things like that, which is normal part of who we are. But when we come out of this, we're going to come out with a different view of the world. Because the world that we knew will not be the same. It won't be the same world. No. That's why they're freaking out, man. That's why governments are freaking out about their people right now. Not so much that you're dying. Not so much people are dying. They're freaking out because the ones who survive, the ones who live, the ones who come out of here, we're going to change and rock some stuff. We're going to really make some big waves that we want to see life in a different way. Not the old stuffy box me in the wave. No. No. We have some really cool things are going to happen. Some really amazing things. And you really got to use your imagination, because when you're in your basement or you're in your room and when you're locked in the house, you have a lot of time to think about a lot of cool things. You have a lot of time to ponder things. You have a lot of great, amazing things to think about. So I don't know. It's really up to you and where you want to be and where you need to be. Right now, I don't have time to be angry and hateful about anything, really. You know, that's not where I want to be. You know, you know, it's not dependent on that. Who's in office? I'm not dependent on that anymore. Because I'm just as big a creator as all those clowns, you know? And all those people who think that they know more than us. No. We are powerful together. We are powerful as a group. We are powerful as a collective energy. When we bring it all together and harness it together, look at what we're doing right now, just sharing with each other. Your comments, your ideas, your beliefs, bringing them in and intertwining them and mixing them together. You know, some of the things that I say, you'll share. Some of the things that you posted, I'll share. And it's not that I'm taking yours or you're taking mine. No, it's because it's from conscious. It's from spirit, man. Spirit is saying, share information, share what you need to. And those who need to hear will hear. Those who want to be helped will be helped. Those who feel that they need to be saved will be saved. Those who think they need to change the world will change the world. Those who come out of this unscathed will have a better appreciation of life. There's so many things you can add to this list. I can't even start. And I don't even know where to stop. But you're going to be different. You're going to be different because you know what? You're already different. You're already different. Don't tell me that your thinking is not different from day one when we started to become, locked in our homes. Right now, we're awakened, we're closed, we're awakened, we're closed, we're released, we're pooping out some of the stuff that's been stuck in our inside of us, It's like the analogy earlier in the toilet. You won't sit on a dirty toilet, right? Right, because you got to flush it. In order to flush it, you make room for the new stuff, right? And then we're going to flush out some other stuff in order to bring in the awakening. Awakening also means that you have to sleep sometimes and really think and ponder where you want to move, where you want to go. Now, like I said in the beginning of the show, awakening has its own connotations to everybody. Everybody believes differently and what that means to them. I'm not going to tell you what you need, what you should believe. You believe what you need to believe, what awakening means to you. You're going to get a lot of information from a lot of people what it means, and it may not fit your paradigm. It may not fit your mind. It may not fit your heart, your spirit. So choose wisely. Be open that it's not one way. Because remember, we're all creating now. We're all creating. So your creation is no less or no powerful than the next person. Now, the creation that somebody else creates may not resonate with you. So while we are awakening, or we are opening up our hearts, spirits, and souls, and cleansing and letting go and releasing, and bringing in the information that's coming to us from spirit, or from the universe, from God, whatever you call it, okay? Understand that it's your personal journey. That's what's so powerful about this grand awakening. It's your personal journey. It's yours. It's not mine. It's yours. I have mine. My personal journey is my personal journey. My personal awakening is my personal awakening. But the cool thing about it is I can take my experience and my awakening and share it with the world like you do. That's the cool part, where we can bring it together. So when we awaken, and we are already awakened, we already are awakening. We are open to receive, some of us. Even if you don't want to receive, you're going to receive. Then you're going to have to figure out what you're going to do with that information. This is my belief. You don't have to own that. But it's kind of like being locked in our houses, right? We do it or we don't, right? If we do it, then we move through this quicker. If we don't do it, then we take a little longer, right? So you're locked in your house. Did you do it because you're afraid? Did you do it because you don't want to get sick? Did you do it because you didn't want to die? You do it because the governor said to do it, or the president said to do it. Why are you doing it? Ask yourself. Why are you in your home? Why are you locked in here? Okay, I touched my face. Why don't you touch your face? It's nothing new. That's something people told people. Don't touch your face. Wash your hands. It's because it's a cleansing. It's a ritual. We're in ritual right now. Washing your hands and cleansing of your hands is a ritual. It's as old as time. Okay? Creating and cooking your own meals is as old as time. Being disconnected from the world and being in this fasting, because it's a fasting. We're in a big, huge fast. We're cleansing, we're fasting, we're letting go of things that don't serve us. They make us believe that if whatever you believe, conspiracy or not, I don't care, that's your belief. I tell you, man, they did us a huge favor. We're in a moment of meditation, fasting, creation, a renaissance. That's where we're at. That's where we're at. So what I want to do now, and I hope you guys have enjoyed the show, and I hope you really got something out of it. I want to go into a little meditation. I want to be able to take you guys on a little journey, okay? And just kind of relax. and just want you to feel whatever you need to feel. So I'm gonna turn up my music, my meditation music here, so you guys can just sit back, enjoy. All right. Okay, so just relax. Wherever you are, just get comfortable in your chair, in your bed, wherever you need to be. Just hit there now. Go there now. I'm gonna burn a little sage. Okay. Just want you to just put your hands on your lap, hands up. In my tradition, energy flows to the left and to the right, out. So, but you do what's best for you. You do what you're called to do. Okay. I'm just helping those who don't know how to meditate. Meditation is just a moment in time where you just kind of go inward. We're not really asking for questions. We're actually waiting for some revelation, things to come to us, versus really just, you know, and meditation is just different for everybody. But for me, I don't really ask questions. I just see what comes. So that's what I want maybe you guys to try today. Just try something different. So just relax. Take a deep breath in through the nose. Release. A deep breath through the nose again. Out through the mouth. Deep breath through the nose again. Release. Just want you to close your eyes. At any time during this journey that you want to wake up and leave the journey, you can do. You're in charge. You're in control. This is your journey. So I want you to pick a color, any color in the rainbow. I want you to hold that color. And that is your bubble, that is your shield, that's your armor, that's your protection as you travel through this journey. You're cleansing the white light, the rainbow light. And I want you to take that number, pick a number, 1 through 10. And that number is your safe number. That number is the number that brings you back immediately. Like if you feel uncomfortable in the journey, just think of that number or say that number and you're back. And it grounds you immediately, brings you right back to center, back into your spirit, back into your body, back into your wholeness. So now take a moment and I want you to think about a beautiful white light, a beautiful, beautiful light. This light, and I want you to just picture it in your head. This beautiful light clearing your mind, clearing your space, clearing your energy, clearing that energy out of your way. And I want you just to move away. Move everything away, make room. Just clear it all out. Bring in that white, protective light, that beautiful white light. Feel it, move it. Open your mind, your spirit, and your soul to receive the messages that you need to receive today. Feel what you need to feel. Listen to what you need to listen to. Just relax. Take a breath. Relaxing. Keep feeling that beautiful white light going through your body, from your head, through your face, through your neck, through your shoulders, through your arms, through your torso, through your legs, through your feet, through your toes, expanding your arm outwardly, feeling the energy coming through, relax, feeling, connecting. Picture yourself in your mind's eye, walking towards the door, this transit door, this magical door, this door glowing of gold, this door glowing of magic. For this is a time of creation. This is a time of a renaissance. This is a time of rebirth. This is a time of awakening. This is a time of downloads. This is a time to let spirit, into your soul. Open the transit door. Swing it open slowly. And as you look through, you will notice and you will see a beautiful blue light. And this beautiful blue light, within it has the information and the story that you need to collect. Step through the door slowly towards the blue flame. Step closer and closer. And as you move towards the flame is cool and warm all at the same time. Inside of it are memories. Inside of them is decisions. Inside of it is welcoming and loving and honoring. You step into the blue flame. And when you're inside, you begin to turn, you begin to look outwardly. And you see all the decisions that you made in your life, perceived good and bad. They're just decisions in that moment. Neither here to judge, nor to feel the pain or the anguish of those decisions. We're just here to receive energy. We're here to receive messages, things that are important to us. For now, spirit and creation come from the top, from the bottom, from the sides, sending you messages and information that you must gather and discern and decipher. Now, spirit asks that you let go and release the things that no longer serve you, things that you've been holding on to, things that don't need to be in your sphere anymore, in your body, your mind, your spirit. You can leave it in the blue flame of recycling energy, for a creator will recycle the energies back into a positive and loving light. Here's a moment to release and let go. So if there's anything you want to let go of, this is the place. Releasing, letting go. Releasing, letting go. Moving, clearing, cleansing. Releasing, letting go. Now that you've released the energies that no longer serve you, it is time to bring in the new energies. These new energies will be loving, caring. They will be energies that will serve you on your new journey, this new place, this new creation, this new renaissance, this new embodiment of you, this new synergy with creation, with Mother Earth. Bring them both together and unify them. You lift your arms up, you lift your arms out and down, and you squat and you stand, and you release and you open your heart to bring in the energies and the messages needed to carry forward into your present moment. 3 breaths in, begin with 1. Breath 2. Releasing. And with breath 3, you'll take in the energies and the information that you need to bring back to you. Breathing in. You will feel energy pulsating your body, moving around your whole entire body. A clearness, a oneness. You give thanks to Mother Earth, Sky Father, and all the ancestors and all the guides who helped you through the blue flame. A hand is coming through the flame and will help you through and help you cross back into the other side. You begin to step out, you begin to work out, and you turn and you look at the blue flame and you give thanks, a deep bow of wonderment, a deep bow of respect, a deep bow of connection, a deep bow of love and oneness with Spirit, oneness with Mother. And you turn, you walk towards the transit door. You take 13 steps towards the door. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. You pass through the threshold of the door. You step away from the door. You close the door. With your newfound information, your newfound energies, your newfound connection, your newfound awakening. Then you begin to walk towards the space where you began your journey. You walk through the light, the beautiful white light, and you set your spirit and your soul back into the chair, the bed, or wherever you were residing. And you feel your body again. You start to feel, you start to connect with all the little pieces and parts of you. The aches, the pains, the love, the joy, the thoughts, the racing mind, all that makes you human. Feet planted to the ground or body planted to the bed. You begin to think about the journey and the mission and the information that you gathered. And slowly the white light comes back up through your feet. You begin to wiggle your toes, move your feet. Through your calves, you start to move your calf muscles, pulsating them, flexing them. Through your hamstrings, you begin to move your hamstrings. The white light moves through your buttocks. You begin to move your buttocks. Moves through your back, and you begin to arch your back slightly and slowly. It moves through the lower back, upper back, through your shoulders. You begin to move your shoulders. You begin to move your arms. You begin to move your fingers. And you're back. And you just stretch. And you wake up. And you open up your eyes. And we are here. Back in the space where we started. And we take one big deep breath, hold it for 5 seconds. And release. We clap our hands. And we're back. We're back from our journey. That was pretty cool. I got a lot out of that. I don't know what you guys got, but that was pretty awesome. That was pretty deep. I hope that you received, I hope you were able to release as well whatever you needed to hear today, whatever you needed to feel. You might have to sit on it for a little bit. If you're having a hard time grounding right now, like I always say, do multiplication tables. 5 times 5 is 25. That will ground you immediately when you have to start to go back in your mind a little bit. But if you want to stay where you're at for a little bit, it's okay, because you're at home. You're safe. Stay home. But you were actually in your home. You're home. You traveled. You're home. You're not confined to these bodies. The illusion is that we are confined. No. When we choose to separate from body and move outwards into the universe, we can. I want to thank everybody for tuning in. Thank you for being here. And thank you for sharing your comments with me. And I hope that you got what you needed today. I hope you heard what you needed to hear today. And you know, let's work from here. Let's try to do better. Let's try to move into the energies that are positive, the energies that are good. And if you want to share your message with me, just do it in private. You can send it in private. But I hope you got something out of this journey tonight. This was a very powerful journey. This was a very powerful moment. And with that, I guess there's not a whole lot more to say at this time. But I offer you this. As you awaken to your personal journey. Don't judge someone else's awakening towards your journey and your awakening, because they won't match. Because everybody's awakening, everybody's journey is their own. It's their own journey. So where they're at. Honor that. Some of us will just look, feel, smell, dance, be different than we were before. And some of us may look the same. Just be you, love you, honor you. And my candle has burned out. So that is the sign from the ancestors that this journey, this conversation is coming to an end and a completion. Once the smoke is gone, it's time to move on to my next journey. Thank you guys for being here with me. Thank you for spending your time with me and sharing with me. And I hope that you were able to learn something and gather something in this information. The smoke is gone. The smoke has completed. The message is gone. The smoke signal has left. And we continue our journeys. Until next time, which tomorrow will be the drum circle at 8 p.m. So those of you who want to drum with me, virtual drum circle, come on out. Okay. Peace and love, my friends. Peace and love from the spirit, from the heart, from the soul. Do your best to be a better version of yourself every day. Because that's all we can really do, is improve. And with that, I say good night, for the smoke is gone. And the messages are complete for tonight. You have a lot to think about, a lot to chew on. Be well, my friends. Peace and love. Namaste. Ho'oponopono. It's good to be here. That's my favorite. It's good to be here. I will see you soon. We will see each other very soon.